from the heart of Delta State. You are tuned in to SRTV Asaba.
Well, from the heart of the United Kingdom, I'm reaching you from SRTV London. Listen, this is SRTV London and the show is State of the Nation. I did this show this morning and I discovered that there was no single sound at all, meaning I was not interacting with anybody. What a shame. So sometimes I visually masturbate here. Too bad, because you don't say anything. Well, we're going to do it again. And hopefully this time, I hope you guys can hear me. And I really hope you guys can hear me this time. I pray you can hear me this time. I will do a test in between the show so that I don't talk again. Well, today is a very, very important show. And if the reason I took my time to do the show, even against the only man I listen to, my uncle called me this morning and said, "You will not talk about this." And I said, I tried to convince him. He didn't agree with me. I wanted to do the show once. The show failed, no audio. Now I'm doing it again. That's how I tell you how stubborn I am. But hopefully when I do the show today, I will not do it again. And I will not talk about this topic again. If you see what I shared on social media this morning, and it is a little bit daunting, it's a bit annoying. And I'm going to take my time to explain this and why I make some of the decisions I have made. It is very, very important that we listen to one another today. What do we do on this show? This is the show where we talk to each other about ourselves. So we need to listen to one another. So for that purpose, I'm going to try and make sure anybody that is joining this show that can tell me, "Oh, I can hear you, Daddy Chris," then I'm relaxed. I really need to know if you guys can hear me, because I did one show, nobody heard me. I cannot afford to do another show again with nobody hearing me. Yes, so let me hope that this one it is going to hear me this time. Let me see. Yes. So I hope you guys can hear me now. All right, I can see element of I can hear myself there. I was on. So, I'm going to tell you a story. When I started SRTV, the last thing I wanted to do was to broadcast. I wanted people to do the broadcasting and I allowed them to do the broadcasting until it got to a point when I see them not doing what I want. I was forced to put myself in front of the camera. And I started with Robo Television. And this is where I am today. So, because I am talking and talking and talking, nobody's listening, I might decide, and I have decided to run for the office of the Nigerian president by 2031. And I'm going to take my time to tell you that I'm more than qualified, and my mission will be one thing and one thing only: to make Nigeria the wealthiest nation on earth. Is that funny? And you think I am paranoid, but it has been done before. That great nation has been brought to their knees and asked to speak to us respectfully. It's not Africa that did it. I know Egypt did it. Egypt is in Africa. Indians have done it. Today, these nations are respected, except those of us in Africa. So we must part a new way for ourselves. We need to decide a new future. And that is why you're going to see me. Over the past 3 months, I have been crying on this platform. And 90% I've been crying and making a letter to the governor of Delta State. Actually, my message is to Nigeria, but I cannot be talking to the whole Nigeria. So I use Delta State as a point of reference. Hopefully that what I say happen in Delta, the rest of the state can take it. Because I'm from Delta State. And most of the things, I may have deeper knowledge of what is going on there than any other place. So I've been very, very particular. But you know what? I've been neglected, just like my TV station. So that is why. And I'm going to say this on a very clear note today. If I will run for office, I won't run for the office of the governor. So the governor of Delta State don't need to be panicked by me or by those of you who are there that I'm going to come and disturb you, do anything wrong. I'm not looking for the office of a commissioner. That's not that decrease, man. I'm annoying. There are certain things you can't do for me anymore. But if you don't do things that is benefiting my people, I will protest. And that is what I've been doing. And it is respectfully, it's nothing personal, and I'm going to do more today. So just to make this thing very clear, in my push this morning, I want to take that ad first. Let's take this ad. Let's go slowly. You will see this very beautiful image. And I ask a question: if I am a worthy Nigerian. So it is good to understand the context of my argument or the context of my frustration. I ask if I am a worthy Nigerian, and it is a dangerous topic. Why? Let's put it in perspective. I am an Urobo man from Delta State. So I speak Urobo. When I say I'm an Urobo man, it means I'm from Delta State. Now, we are fifth in population. 5. Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, Ijo, and Urobo. Let me repeat. Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, Ijo, and Urobo. All these states, they have at least two states, all these nations have two states, three states. It's only the Urobo nation that don't have a state. Do you know why? Because the only state given to the Urobo man is actually in Anioma State today. That is the capital, is in Asaba. Asaba is not Delta State. Sorry. Asaba is Anioma State. And if these people really want to claim their destiny, they will say they are from Anioma State. And I'm happy that Ned is actually pushing for Anioma State today. That's to tell you, they are not really Delta State. If they have the state capital and they are still bidding for Anioma State, that's to tell you something. Because this state was never their own. But why did you name it Delta State? Why don't you just name it Anioma State? And that we are part of Anioma State. That wouldn't have been so bad. Maybe that would have been the right thing to do. Of course, you guys give it a big name and then you slap us. Well, as far as I'm concerned, the capital of the new Delta State that I live in is in Anambra State or is in Anioma State. That's not good. That's not very good for me and Urobo man. And you know why this is so sad? I'm going to tell you more. This is the sad part of it. I'm from Niger Delta. The money Tinubu is spending, the money your governor is spending, the money you share, 90% comes from my backyard. We produce the oil for this country. We slave for this country. Now you look me with us corn, and you eat upon my corn. That's it, man. You're eating on my sweat. We slave for Nigeria. And now, we have nothing to show for it. Is that fair? And I said it again and again. If the Yoruba man had the oil, Nigeria would have broken today. If the Igbo man that doesn't even have oil is fighting for Biafra today, if Hausa man had oil, Nigeria for don't break. The only reason we are still here is because we are too little, too stupid to be pumped in the ass 24/7. And that's why Nigeria still exists. Because we that have the oil, we have nothing. We cannot do anything about it. I can tell you categorically that every governor, especially the Yoruba ones, they've been very, very brutal with us. You know, let me ask you one question. There have been a lot of killing in the north. Boko Haram, terrorism in the north. The president has done nothing about it. But the moment something happened in Rivers State, he sent the governor on exile. Fubara was sent away because that is where money is coming to Tinubu. Nobody plays with where the money is coming from. He doesn't care if people die in the north. Even there's Boko Haram, there's killing. Tinubu could not move his ass when they were killing in Plateau. When they were killing in Benue, he didn't move his ass. But he was able to send a governor, a sitting governor, a democratic elected governor away because that governor was tampering on his oil money. May God help us. May God help you. And may God help. So this is the country I find myself. And I ask again, am I a worthy Nigerian? Now, let me tell you the sad part of the story. This is the really sad part. Because I'm from the small minority, I'm an Urobo who has no state, but produce oil. If I want to run for the office of the president, oh, who is he? Where is he from? An Urobo man? He has no chance. Oroga, you are taking oil from my backyard, and I have no chance. I have no hope. Does that make sense? Now, let me tell you one thing. Many times I've made moves to say, I want to beg, I want to bribe the Western nation so they come and help us to break the country. Because you don't know that we have oil. We can say, okay, come and help us break Nigeria. You have 50% of our oil. We have a better chance to negotiate than you, Tinubu. Because we're going to negotiate with what we have, and we have money. You don't. But you know why I don't do it? Because I believe in Kwame Nkrumah's dream, that the United States of Africa is the way forward for us. But don't take it for granted. Let me tell you about the Kwame Nkrumah's dream, and something I talk about every day on my show here. I've been in Europe for some time now. When I came to Belgium in 1992, first time I arrived Europe, the highest money was actually the German Dutch mark. And as at that time, that money was equal to what the highest currency in the whole of this Europe, other than the British pounds. They came together over that short period of time. They come together, they said, no, let's throw about our money, let's form the euro. Today, the euro is higher than the US dollars. That's something I need to learn from. They are not talking today. Russia has not been able to attack them because they are scared. Russia knows that if they attack one, they attack all. They have NATO alliance coming together. They have a voice at the United Nations. Now, let me ask you, where's African voice at the United Nations? No one. What is our currency? Oh, Nigeria have Naira. The Ghana have cedis. The other African countries don't even have money. French is still controlling them. Is that the nation we call a nation? Is that countries? Is that the countries we are talking about? No, we need the United States of Africa. So for that reason, I will not be one of those who will be crying for a divided Nigeria. So for that reason, I believe Nigeria we are better one together. But don't, like I said, don't take it for granted, because I will not be treated as a second-class citizen in my own home, especially when I'm the one bringing the money. That's it. We in the Niger Delta will bring in the money. We're treated as unequals. It get to stop, sir. You must ask yourself, if it is you, will you be happy? We're going to discuss that another day. But today, I am here to actually talk about, you know why this is sad? I know I can save Nigeria. And I'm going to say this. I know I have what it takes to solve Nigerian problem as we speak. I come on this show one day, and my people can remember that what we have, set of leaders we have now, are political managers. Let me use the right word, at least to give them some credit. Not that they are really qualified, because they know how to manage things politically. But what we really need, we need economic engineers who can make money with what we have. And I've talked about that a lot again and again. And I gave instance of someone like Nasser of Egypt, what Gandhi did in India. These people, they didn't just gain independence. They became economic engineers. Because one, Nasser refused to give cotton, sell his cotton, export it, and receive garment. He processed it, made the Egyptian garment. That's why we have the Egyptian cotton that's sold around the world. The same thing Indian did. So they understood what is independent, but our leaders don't. You know what? The money, Tinubu just give oil out. The money comes back. They process the oil and sell for you again. Exactly what was happening before the Egyptians rose to their feet, before the Indians did the right thing, before Japan did the right thing. But we are not thinking right as a people. We are not still smart enough to think right, and it is sad. And we are now in a country where we don't even know what we're doing. Our leaders are only collecting oil money, spend it, and expect another one to come at the end of the month, and it will come, and they will spend it. And you are clapping for them for spending oil money. Tell me, which of your leaders I have seen now, I'm talking now, that have actually invested the little money that we are getting from oil? Because it's not enough. We are literally poor. Which of them is spending the money so that we can make more money with the money we are making? None, not one. Oborori cannot tell me what he has invested, all the 60, 70 billion that is coming to the state monthly, what he has done with it that is bringing more money today. It's not happening. Oborori is going to wait at the end of the month to collect on the next allocation and spend it before the money comes. It's already spent. I am sad. And I'm going to be very thorough today. I am live, oh madam. Yes, I am live, just in case. Well, I am live. So So the situation has not gotten any better. We only have a set of leaders like Tinubu who collects all the money. He collects even taxes now. And he spends the money. He doesn't invest for tomorrow. Because the last time I checked, Nigeria has not done anything meaningful that is going to bring us money tomorrow. And it makes me sad. I know I have solution to this. If I become the president of Nigeria today, we are not going to wait till tomorrow. We're not waiting for the second. In fact, every day I am proposing and sending something to the governor of my state. And that's why I'm going to come in today. I am angry with the governor of Delta State. Why? Because he does not listen. Either he's too proud or he thinks I'm a nobody. And in that case, now I'm going to be in his face. Sir, I'm not going to be in your face, sir. Are you really going to be angry? You're not going to have a really chance to be angry at me. You can tell your social media boys to face me now because we're going to fight a war that will be so ugly. You know why? Because you refuse to listen. Yesterday night, I sent the governor of Delta State an open letter, which I will share with you. But let me tell you something that is so interesting. And I want all of you listening to me today, Nigerians, to listen. There is nothing like Islam in Nigeria. You don't practice true Islam. None of you are true Christians. I'm sorry, guys. No Hausa man, no Igbo man. There's no Yoruba man in Nigeria. We are poor people. Yes, you hear me. We are all poor people. That's why our president died in London. That's why Tinubu does not receive treatment in Nigeria. He receives treatment in France. We are poor people. That's why your children are not studying in Nigeria. They're studying in abroad. We are poor people. That's why some of us don't even have food to eat. Go and check the statistics. And you find out I'm not the one that call you poor. We are poor people. And if we ever going to do the 2027 election that I'm going to monitor, I'm going to only ask questions. How are you going to take us out of poverty? You guess what? That the Christians have what it takes to make you not just a rich nation, not among the G7, the wealthiest nation on earth. I can do that. And that is my vision. That is my mission. That's why I'm going to run for the office of the Nigerian president. But let's make it very simple. How am I planning to do that? You know why I'm doing this? A lot of you will be wondering, what does this man have in mind? Who is he? Yes, I am somebody that can turn the things around. And in one of the things, what I did was I look at what we have. Because this is what I've been trying to analyze. I look at what we have. We have raw materials, meaning we have natural resources. And we have the population that can actually buy our goods and also work for us. And I'm saying to myself, why are we not making things then? You know? So what I did is I look at where our strength is, and I discovered that our Nigerian universities, they're actually powerful enough. They have the knowledge. So if we help them a little bit more, they're going to save this country. So I am proposing in this presentation today, and that is why I'm here to tell you that if Nigeria will listen to me now, you don't need to wait for my presidency. We need to run a university-led economic revolution. That's the language I use. University-led economic revolution. What does that mean? What I'm saying is that if you look at the middle diagram, is the university have the space, they have the knowledgeable people, they study it. Maybe they don't know the practical. We're going to now help them with the practical, and they're going to make each product as we need them. We will consume some, we will export some. We're going to do them in agriculture. We're going to use that in medicine. We're going to do that in production, in films, in every aspect, even in creating modular refineries and in fashion. I'm going to take my time to analyze that as the show moves on. But can you imagine that if you have universities, you ask yourself, what are these universities doing? Oh, the academic institution. So they are meant to train people, just to train people. And the people they are training, they are half-baked. And I look at them and I find that the university is a gold mine. They can become the hub of production. And it will be very cheap if we walk through the university. So that is what I intend to do. Everything I have ever done when I was, this is the funniest thing. When I was in Nigeria, it's not as if I'm just doing this. I have a house in Alaba, behind Alaba International Market. When I was there, Lagos State University was my home. That was where I was working. Even when I was not a lecturer, everything I was doing was around Lagos State University. Then I took an office in Takpa Street in Sulere. You know where I was working? It was Unilag. Because these are, and let me tell you some of my observations. Let me tell you one funny one I found in Unilag. I went to Unilag and I found out that the mass communication department, they have facilities that I don't have. The facilities that they got from, I think, UNESCO, I don't have it. And yet they were not using it. And I told them, will you people make content for my YouTube? They said, yes. And I'm saying, but why are you not doing it for yourself? I traveled, I left the country, I'm here, and I cannot monitor some of them. So the university, as I'm talking to you today, people, is a gold mine. But they cannot do it alone. And I want us to take a cue from what happened in India, what happened in Japan. In fact, the case of Japan was more dire. Because in Japanese case, they took people to work like slaves. The way these people came to take us as slaves to work for them. That was what the Japanese did. They went to their villages to take people from the village to come and build Japan. To build the cities. So they look at Japan. It didn't happen by accident. Sacrifices were made. But our case is so beautiful now. We don't need to go all through that journey anymore. Anyway, sacrifice is already being made in Nigeria. You know why I know that? Because we don't pay salaries. There's no salary in Nigeria. The people working in Nigeria are working for free. They're slaves. Those people will not, in fact, you go to prison. If you employ anybody and say the salary is 70,000 naira, they don't even discuss it. If it is 1 million naira, you will still go to prison. In a month, you will go to prison. But that's what we went through. That's what we're going through in Nigeria. And we are not complaining. Meaning, look at the advantage, people. We have people who are already used to meet small money, low wage, and they are not really fighting the government. I wonder how they're managing to cope. And then we have the university which have all the knowledge. And the states have some money coming freely from oil, which we can invest. And yet we're not producing anything. Overnight, I don't sleep. I put a letter to the governor of Delta State. And this was my presentation to the governor. He has it now. He knows what I'm saying. This is what I sent to Governor Boriwori today. This night. And I said, sir, look at Delta State. We can turn things around now. We don't need any miracle. I know you went to Brazil. You went to where? To China. You make all the move. Good effort to see, and you get foreign investors. Okay? You don't need foreign investors. Because I have issues with foreign investors. One, they're going to come like they did in the past. They will invest and they will take the money away. We'll still be left with nothing. It is time for us to dig, to till our own land. The Bible said, God, that's the only instruction God gave to man. Till the land I gave to you. It didn't say, get somebody to till it for you. Listen to yourself. You go to church on Sunday, you went to church yesterday, or you put on your knees and talk to God. That is what God instructed you to do, to till your land. He didn't say go and look for somebody to do it. You can get somebody to help you, but be ownership of your land. That is what we lack today. And we need to change that. And that is why I am the one that can save the country. And I'm not joking. And let me say one thing about it. You see, when I talk to you, you see me with a lot of disrespect. You think I'm a liar or what, I'm too small to talk to you. And I'm telling you today, if I will run for the office as I've proposed to run now, my mind is crossed now. It is because of your neglect, the way you are not listening to me. That is why I'm going to run for office. But I'm not going to run for the office of the governor. I'll be running for the office of the president of Nigeria. Because that's where I think. That's where I talk. That's where my capability is. I am not a local man. Only reason I keep talking every day is because I'm from Delta State and this is of particular concern to me. But I will not fight to be a commissioner in Delta State. I'm not looking for any office in Delta State. You have my office there. I'll pay my staff from here. And you guys are doing things that get me confused. I'm not boasting, sir. My name is Daddy Chris. And I have some things I have done. And you can ask. I can be annoying. And I'm not going to be in your face, like I said. I'm going to really be in your face. But let us go. This is what I propose for the governor of Delta State. We can use the university to farm. We can use the university to produce our medicine. We can use the university. I have already proposed this before. And you know why all this is sad? I have proposed them to the governor. Before I come to this conclusion now, I have made this proposal to the governor of Delta State personally. Maybe as he get it, he will just trash it. I will get it, he will just trash it. Now, don't think you trash. I'm telling you now, I'm going to be in your face. Because you can't trash me. I work hard to put my things together on paper. And if you trash it, I'm going to tell you, who the hell are you? Daddy Chris is here to ask you who you are. But I'm 60 years old. If you are 63, we are age mates. So the last time I checked, we were celebrating 63 years birthday. By next year, May, I'll be 60. We are age mates, sir. Cash na raznika. That's how the Russians will say it. Pishkomatana. I am an old man. Don't ever go there. So this is where I stand. I asked the governor of Delta State that it's time for us to work. And let me be clear. You see, but let me correct one thing first. And I really want to say this. The only thing you have ever done since you came to office is to construct roads. Now, let me share you my vision of road construction, which I have shared with you. In my presentation with the governor of Delta State, you guys see why I am running for office. Like I said, when I started this television, I was not a presenter. It was the people in front of my camera that made me become a presenter today. And the way Governor Bodiwari is not performing, that's why I want to run for the office of the president. And I will win it. You will see. You guys think I'm a joker. My uncle won't let me finish today. He said I should not make this presentation. I said, well, I have crossed the Rubicon. I have to finish this one. Even if I stop, then it will be because I am convinced that I need to stop. Now, let me tell you one thing. This is what Bodiwari has ever done. Now, I ask, do you think someone like Daddy Chris will be angry if he see Deltans or Nigerians building Nigeria? No. What did Oboriori do? He went and invited Julius Berger to come and construct bridges in Nigeria. That is an insult. That is blindness. There's no word that can qualify it, sir. If you want to construct road, employ us to construct roads the way we can do it. And look at what I shared with you. Let me get out of the way a little bit so you can see this. This is my vision. I don't mind if we construct road by Nigerians, for Nigerians. And Oga, if you think we cannot do the road well, do one thing for me. We'll hire 2-3 persons who knows what they're doing to come and support us. That's what really happened in Julius Berger. Julius Berger didn't move all the people from Germany. We are always the servant. We are always the one doing the ugly job. They came, they supervise us. No, time has to change. We have to hire them like they do in the United Kingdom. It's not only in UK that Nigeria or Delta that only have all the staff to get all the job done. We do it in the UK. That's why my company, SRTV, we give people COS, certificate of sponsorship, to come to the UK and do certain things. It's called hire a ski worker when you have a ski gap. Okay? If we don't have the people, if you're telling me the Nigerian university cannot construct these roads, they cannot do a great bridge like this, then we will hire. But I doubt if we don't. If we hire once, they will be teaching us. And guess what? This is what I call the investing model. On this occasion, the students will be working here. In the evening, they have their assignment to do their theory. So in the day, you are coming to resume work. It is in the evening that you have some assignment that they teach you at work that you are going to research and study, which your lecturer will talk to you about. So at the end of the day, you're actually spending time doing the work. And guess what? Students will be paid because there will be a budget for this whole construction. And part of the budget that will go for those that work in the field, that's where students will be paid. So going into the student, as a student in Nigeria, you're already getting paid with my model. And number two, Oboriwari, the last time I was talking, somebody came on social media and said, how can you compare Delta State to Anambra State to Abia State? That Delta State have 12 universities. Abia have only 2 university. And I said, if we have more university, that is more production hub now. But you know why it is a problem? The university at the moment is a burden to the state, because all we do is to give university money. We pay their salary, we do everything. But with my model, university will make more money than you, sir. The governor, in fact, a VC will be swimming on money, because he's not going to do this for free. I'm going to show you the other things the university can do. So the university is going to make so much money that, you know, they will be paying you a lot of money. And I'm not even saying that the university should not own this business alone, because they don't have the resources to do so. The money Oboriwori is sharing now to be used to fund these businesses. So you're asking me, what am I supposed to put the money in? Now I'm telling you where the money should go. The money should be used to fund these businesses, sir. That cannot be rocket science. All right, now, let me try and explain this. When I use this one now, you'll be wondering, how is the state going to make money from this construction? I understand that the government will definitely have some money that they want to spend for roads and stuff like that. Give that money to the university. The university will construct the road. They will still even pay you tax. Everybody working there will still be paying you taxes. And you know what? In fact, the people don't earn money. The money comes back to the state. If the money is not taken away to Germany, or it's not taken to China, it is spent within. It's coming back to you, governor. Think well. Now, you see why? Let me tell you why I told you, or why I made a statement on this show that I can save the problem of Nigeria. Let me do this. I want to talk of the 2 areas. I have made a presentation to Oboriwori like this. And in my presentation to Oboriwori, because I am talking from what I have done, I sent to Oboriwori and I sent it to the director of the DG Direct Labor Agency. And I said to them, instead of hiring Julius Berger, why don't you hire people full-time to boost that Direct Labor Agency? Boss, that's your Kowa boy. When he turned journalist, I don't know where journalism became a commissioner for works, because that's where the money is. Okowa want to keep eye on that place. He never reached 8 years. Okowa has been a commissioner, local government chairman, commissioner how many times, and then senator, and then governor how many years. He never belefua. His eye is still on the same Ministry of Work. He planted this man there. Now he's going to the Senate. You can see the man is a waste of space. There's nothing Okowa is going to benefit in this world. There's nothing that's going to make him a satisfied man. He's a loser. Because one EFCC boy will even take the money from him soon. Very soon. Anyway, we're coming to that. Let's do this. So I am wondering, what is so difficult to achieve here? I want to understand it. But in order to put this in perspective, the budget here goes to the university. So there is a wise governor giving the money to his university to spend. So the university no more, instead of collecting money from you for salary, you've given them more money to construct bridges for you, to construct roads for you. Now let me tell you one thing. All these things must not happen within the university premises. I'm going to describe other businesses. They could happen somewhere else, but under the supervision of the university. I hope you hear what I'm saying, Mr. Governor. Because today is not a good day for me and you. We're going to talk. Now, let's take a look at another area, another interesting industry, which I have shared with you. There are ones I've not shared I will talk about, but let me talk about the ones I've shared with you. Let's look at the Nigerian film and creative industry. This is another big one. Let me try and be smaller here. You see, this is very interesting. The film and the Nigerian creative industry. This is my field, so I can talk non-stop when it comes to this. And I have written that this is what I have done, people. In this industry, I have written to all the directors' guild. I've written to the producers' guild. I've written to the directors' guild. I've written to ministries, and I've written to universities. What am I saying? I am saying that, hello, you in the industries right now, you guys lack some technical expertise. The expertise you have is technical, raw one. But you lack some theoretical understanding of what you're doing. The university have those knowledge, which you are lacking. So if that is the case, if university is lacking all that, if that is the case, let me try and do a little bit of a promo.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. SRTV Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to SRTV Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious SRTV Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comfort.
Let's get on with what we're doing. Sorry about that. I got a call and I have to give you a little break. Let's get on with it because we don't have a lot of time. The time is our problem today. We don't have time to waste. All right, so let's talk about the film industry. I was identifying the points here. The directors or the producers in Nigeria today do not have the training. Most of them didn't go to school to study film. And that does not mean they are not good at what they do. But it would have been better if they now combine with those who actually have the theoretical details of what they are doing. And I'm saying to them, why don't the directors and the university work together to produce films? Now, I did say they cannot produce their own, but they can. What we really want to talk about is how do we make films that can compete with Hollywood? We are a nation. We'll be looking at the international market. And if we're going to compete there, then we need to combine the best of what we have. The university have some talent, the actors, directors, and all of them have the talent. If we bring them together, and if the state introduce something I said, which I call the State Film Fund, give credit to Lagos. Lagos already started it. I called this year, I think around April, I wrote to most of the state governor, and that state is included, calling them that we should set up a state film fund. What is the film fund all about? Okay, if Delta State now, if the university, for instance, are now going to make movies, and they are now trying to partner with Nollywood gigs to make beautiful stories for international market, for local and international market, that would have been great to my people. So the money they will be spending will come from the film fund, and it will be managed. Because the film fund must make sure they make profit so that the place will continue to have more money to give out to make more movies. So it is not come and collect and go. It's not a grant. It's a commercial entity. Everything I talk about the university today is commercial. The only difference is the state must not be looking to make as big profits as other private entities, because then we can compete and we can control price. You know, sometimes Nigerians say, you cannot sell things at a particular price. Nobody says that. The government can do certain things and you can use that to influence the price. If I'm selling house for 40,000, I'm going to come to that because we have that element of this show today. Then if you're selling your own for 80, nobody's going to buy your own. We're going to buy from the government because government is actually going to build better houses and in a better environment because government have more capability to do so. Look at the things now. Government have university, you have been paying them. You don't need to pay them now. University can make their own money. Okay, you have some money that's coming from oil. The private people don't have all these resources. So if we put this together and we bring the industry expert, and if we need anybody from here that will make this film a lot better, we can hire 2-3 people from Hollywood in all the universities. Step 2, use that to boost this is so that we can be making movies that can compete with Hollywood. Don't play with how much that can bring into the Nigerian economy. Now, if you tell me Nigerians are already making films, what kind of films are they making? I'm sorry, guys. You guys know I'm in the industry. You're not doing well. You need the state to fund you properly. And you need the injection of the university. And then I said to the university, you're not doing well. You're sitting down idle, doing nothing. Hey, everything I say today, I'm already practicing it. As I'm talking to you, I have a deal with Middlesex University. They're giving me all their studios to make movies. I am actually talking to 2-3 universities in Nigeria who I am trying to do the same thing with. So what I am, if I can do it, Oboriwori, what are you doing? You see, it is okay for me to make money. It will be my money. No, and it will not make any difference. I probably go Dubai with it, but I want the state to make money. So the life of my children and of my children's children will be better off. Oboriwori, do you understand? Please. The state must be richer than everybody. Right now, we are poor. You see, that's what I said before. There's no Muslim in Nigeria, no Christian, no Hausa, no Yoruba, nothing. We are all poor people. We need to get out of poverty. And you need somebody with the right mentality to say, I can make Nigeria a rich state. I love the very word of Nasser of Egypt. He said, I'm going to make Egypt the Japan of the Middle East. That was his very word. Okay. And I'm standing before you Nigerians today to say, I am going to make Nigeria the weirdest nation on earth. And you thinking, how is that possible? You better listen to me, man. Because one of the methodologies is what I'm saying now. Now think of what I'm saying now. Let's think simple. If every state in Nigeria will do what I say now, I'm coming, I'm going to do all. If they do the ones I mentioned before, if they do this one, and they do a modular refinery, they build houses, they do all, how much would the state be making? You find that they will not even worry about oil anymore, because the state will be making money from agriculture, from everything. I'm coming, I'm going to analyze them one by one. If you are in that state, and if all the 36 states in the country are making money, imagine how much Nigerian government will generate in a year. And if I become president, it will be more. And think about it. When I push in for the United States of Africa, imagine where Nigeria will be. We'll be the richest nation. And there's no two ways about it. And I'm not guessing. It has been done before. If you go, I want people to go online and say, how does the production of cotton shift from the United Kingdom and the America down to the global south? You know the word I use now. How does it happen? It happened in the past. Or how did it happen? It happened in the past. Go and find out. So it is not true that the West have total control of everything. They are in control because you're sitting on a fat something that you don't know how to use, and you keep electing stupid leaders. And most of them are not really stupid. They don't have the mental capability to handle this. In case you don't know, Chanel will say, now you know. And when you know what I know, you can't be happy with bullshit. That's why you see me angry with people like Demoboriwori. It's nothing personal. I'm angry with Tinubu. You think I don't love Tinubu? Tinubu is my man. He's a good politician. But he is not a president. A president will be saying, Nigeria must be this. Nigeria must make so amount of money. Nigeria must compete with the rest of the world. We must be making money. If you tell Tinubu now, what have you produced? What is bringing money to Nigeria? He will tell you, we're collecting taxes more. We are paying less. All about paying less, paying less, paying less, paying less. No, sir. That's not how Japan became a nation. Japan became a manufacturing nation. If as of today, only Innocent Motor, because I'm coming now, is the only one making a car for Nigeria, that's to tell you have already failed. The governors have failed, you have failed. Let's go one by one. Let's finish firms. So if we invest in firms, with the model, with the university, partnering with the industry, and the state, putting that little film fund, it's not a lot of money. Maybe each of the states just need to drop about 5 billion. That will keep rotating. You can imagine the amount of job created, how much tax you'll be collecting, and how much you'll be making in profit. Nigeria, only one aspect of the economy. I've not come to agree here too. Let's go one by one. I like to talk one a lot because that is the one I think people kind of ignore. But I really want to start from here. The textiles and garments. Oh, I like the way it talks. Local cotton, global markets. Understand that? This is powerful. And perhaps this is the first civilization. The first industrial revolution was really about making of garments. This is how Britain became the ruler of the world. They didn't rule the world by power. They didn't kill you. What they did was they collect your cuttings, natural resources, and they process it and sell it back to you. That's what they did. They did that in Niger. They did that in Nigeria. They did that in Egypt. Until these people said no, except only Africa that will still sleeping like Oborori governor. That's what you get. If not, these people, they are no more importing garments from England, sir. They're making their own now. And they are selling to you. So let us talk. So this is my idea. Imagine if the university now open, this is so simple to open. We collect our cuttings and we turn it into cloth like this. And then we make those materials and export to the rest of the world. I better come to Primark. If nothing else, I know we can do business with Nest, Primark, Zara. Maybe even Hays and Cottons. You know what we're going to do? We're going to make these clothes and supply them and make big money. The dollar you are making from oil now, we will not want to know anymore whether there's money coming from oil. You're going to make more money from this because that was how Britain ruled the world. That was how America ruled the world. This is one of the reasons why they actually came to take us as slaves. They want us to work in their cotton farms, to work in their sugarcane farms, so they can make money. They didn't hate us, so they were just looking for workers. They won't pay. But right now, we have the same kind of slaves in Nigeria. The money we are paying people in Nigeria is equal to slave trade, but they don't mind. So we can take advantage of the cheap labor we have and make products for the rest of the market. Because you know why we're going to be able to succeed? Because the cost of production will be so low in Nigeria that nobody can compete with us. Because our labor is cheap. The raw materials is at home. The university is there with the right knowledge. We can hire one or two. How is that going to break the bank, Oborori? Now, let's put it this way. Oborori gets angry today. He said, okay, I'm going to listen to that decrease. I'm going to set up in my 12 universities 12 industrial sites for making clothes. You make suits, look at them. You make some Africans, some suits, some garments, everything. And you collect these things and you begin to sell to the rest of the world. Oborori, you will make more money in 1 month than for 60 stupid billion that is coming from Abuja. More money from only this. But because you are too bent, or what you were taught is there's money coming from Abuja, you never thought of looking elsewhere. And that is not leadership, sir. I'm sending this video to you. You will be angry, but you need to sit up angry. You need to sleep angry because you are destroying the future of my children, sir. Do you get that? So it's not a joke. This is not the time to respect you. And besides, I'm 60 years old. I'm not a child. Do you understand that, sir? We need to talk. If we don't talk, we'd rather die because we're going to be in our face. And let me tell you one thing about it. This is bad news for you. Tinubu doesn't give a rat ass about you. You are putting Tinubu on your neck. Tinubu does not give a shit who you are. Now, these two things are going to happen in this election. The first election will be the presidential election. Tinubu might win or he might lose. If Tinubu lose, forget it. You're never going to be governor again. If Tinubu wins, he's going to lose Delta State because there's no way Tinubu is going to win Delta State. If you don't understand that, get that in your score now. Tinubu will not win Delta State. No matter the amount of ringing you do, you will not win Delta State. In fact, that will be the thing that will send you to prison. So don't do it. So if Tinubu lose Delta State, he will tell you, I've won, like he did in Osun State. He will even welcome. He will tell you, let them have a free and fair election because he has saved his ass. And if he lose, you can forget about him. Does he give a fuck about you? Sorry. Does he give a rat ass about you? If he lost, does he care who Tinubu cares about you? You are a baby. Unless you're not thinking well. So this is your problem. You need to find a way to save your ass today. And by the time you annoy people like us, when Tinubu finally lose Delta State, Tinubu is going to not want more trouble, no heat on himself. because he must have rigged 1 or 2 elections. He knows people will be talking because Tinubu is not like you. Whether Tinubu ring the election, he didn't, or he doesn't ring the election, we're going to say he ringed it. You know what? People like us with big mouth with article will say he ringed the election. We're going to call him a scapegoat. So he knows he's not going to get away with anything anyway because we don't like him. So you can imagine where in trouble you find yourself. So Tinubu want to save his ass. He has won. He doesn't want more heat. So he's not going to carry your problem with his own. He has enough trouble. He has the international community to deal with. In fact, you know what Davido did? Davido was able to tweet. He tweeted Donald Trump. Many of us will go tweet Donald Trump very soon. We'll be begging Donald Trump to come and save us. Donald Trump will see hashtag Donald Trump. Save Nigerian democracy. It's coming, hashtag Donald Trump. Save Nigerian democracy. That you are about to ring the elections. You've captured the state. Everybody singing on your mandate with your stand. It is a threat to democracy. Save us. You will see. So Tinubu will not be able to ring the way he wants to ring. He might lose. Even if he managed to win, he doesn't give a rat ass about you. You are lucky that Omagege made the wrong mistake. Omagege should have just even left the APC because he was still trying to be a good boy. He was still singing on your mandate. That's why I don't feel sorry for him. He had Omagege left there. The moment you joined, he would have had a very strong ground in NDC today. NDC now would have been the party where he would have been able to contest as a governor against you. Omagege fighting you with Tinubu out or Tinubu not supporting you. Omagege will win you. Oboriwori not Okowa not there again to maneuver the result. And now everybody eye the best. We don't see who you be. Because especially with this your tough ideology, I am one of those that will be making noise. If you vote for that man, this and that will be talking. Oboriwori, I may not be able to stop your re-election, but I'm going to cause you a lot of damages. And don't think you cannot lose. You'll be making a big mistake. If you ever think you can't lose, this will be the biggest mistake of your life. Anyway, so what I'm saying is, Tinubu don't give a rat ass about it. But if you now start to be productive, Oboriwori will beg you to even run 5th tenure. Stay there and run the affairs. Because we don't have a problem. We're not looking for who to change hands. We're not looking for another person to be governor. What we're looking at is leadership. We want to get out of poverty. Can you deliver us, sir? You couldn't. And you have no idea, and you're not thinking in that direction. Only with this alone, we can do a lot more. Let's quickly move, because we have a lot to do. This is the Baba of all. Baba, hey, I love this one. The oil and gas sector. My idea on this is so simple. It's so simple. It's a university-led. Every university, if not having 2-3 refineries, and they don't have to be the big, massive refinery. No, some civilized setting that refine quick, and it's gonna be homemade. Oboriwori, you know what funny thing? Go to the creek right now. You find that people refine fuel. They take the crude and they refine it, and they are selling. That's why they sell diesel, they sell petrol. In the creek, they are doing it. So if those people could refine crude, is it a university that cannot refine it? All we need to do is provide the university with the materials, and the materials should be locally made, designed by us for our own use, and we'll be refining petrol. So imagine if the universities across the country all start to have their own small refinery where they use. Because the refinery we are talking about, it must not be coming once from one place as it is now. Let us be civilized. Let us be refining it step by step, small, so that the country will have enough to use and even to export. That cannot be too difficult to Boribori. Now, this is my problem. This is my joy. We have the universities. I don't think the materials you need to buy here is going to be so expensive that it's going to break the bank. Boribori, you need to put them down now. Oh God, guys in Alok, you invest in Alok. When I go sit down for that room, university will sit down in that room until they give me the model, until they give me the plan. And they're going to try it now. And we're going to make it work. Boribori, the refinery, when it was first created, there was a mistake before it was affected today. We don't need to make the same mistake they made. So we can copy the right model, make it smaller, and make it our own. That cannot be too difficult. But you are already used to make a Brazilian come, make Japanese come, the Chinese people should come. They have the money to pump. That is timidity. You do that, that is the same thing the people break away from. And they were able to make us the producers of garments. Now, this refinery is too simple. It is beyond my understanding. How ordinary people in the creek can refine crude and university cannot. The governor is saying, no, we can't do that. Because he's collecting money from Abuja. We need that culture to stop today. And we're going to stop it. It's not whether you want it or not. We're going to stop you from doing these damages to us. We need to change this mentality to something great. And that's what we're going to try and do, sir. And I'm so sad that because this, what I'm talking about today, if there's anyone that is really difficult, I would have been happy. They're so simple. They're so simple to achieve. So why are we here? Why is it treated as something that is beyond us? No, let's go. Now, Delta State, I call it the blue economy. Yo, Sheriff, Ogami, Baba. You know, I'm going to sing one song from Just Naija for you later. But let me finish this blue economy before I sing the song. Oga, with this one alone, our sea, is one of the biggest blessings of our time. The biggest blessing of our time. Because with our sea, we can have fish. You know what I'm thinking, Imagine, I was sharing this thought with Pastor Sonny, that we now have a means that you can travel to Lagos by boat, by a big ship that is so comfortable. Okay? That boat itself will carry goods from Delta to Lagos. Do you know how much you will make them? And how much people will patronize it? Because that or a road, that accident road, if you're going by this and you're going in I think it's even a tourist fund. Okay, and I will have them to see the water. I'm sure Nigerians will love that. What is wrong with us? The blue economy is our blessing. It's one of the biggest blessings of our time. We don't even have fish to eat anymore. We can export prawns. What is it that we cannot do? And we have access to the CO, so we can actually receive goods from outside the world and we can export. Everything must not be in Lagos. You see, you are the one waiting for Lagos. Because before we know now, Dangote will open a seaport in Calabar, and they will say, so he can open seaport. Now, the federal government stopped from opening seaport, but Dangote could open refinery. Before now, they say, you cannot open refinery. Government is protecting it, but Dangote don't open it. So where Dangote open refinery, you couldn't open. Our university couldn't open. Okay, sit up. Sit up! So let's go. So that is the blue economy. I'm trying to cut it short so that we can move. You see, Uburiwori, there is nothing. Let me just talk about this before. I talk about the manufacturing before. You understand? You know, when it comes to this, you're asking me, how can we make cars? Okay. Uniben, Desu. If ordinary innocent can manufacture a car in any way there, are you telling me there's something in the car that you cannot? These are things you just can mold. This engine block have simple mold. Is there something here you cannot do? I did a little bit of engineering. What is in the car that you cannot do? I better explain to me. So if you can do this, meaning if innocent can make a car, Desu can make their own car. Do you know, even my vision is every state will make their own car and their own brand. So it will be a competition. And Nigeria having 36 brand of cars, 37. Come on, man. Because we're going to take control. That's why I told you that if I'm the president of Nigeria, we're going to be with the wealthiest nation on earth. And I'm not joking. I'm not thinking about it. It's too possible. Because we're all going to work, sir. You're going to work your ass off. And we're going to have a great nation that our children and our children's children will be proud of us. There's no going to be no two ways, sir. That is the only way we're going to do this. And nobody is going to stop us. So these are some of the areas that I said I will share with you. I'm coming on, it's not finished. Because I'm going to talk about one and then step into the main hour and then try to close this show. I call it the pharmaceutical sovereignty. You know the funniest thing? Are you not worried that somebody else is supplying you medicine? Is now, meaning you have no control of your own life. Because if India will supply us one poison tomorrow, we all will be dead. In fact, this sovereignty we don't have. That is why our former president died in London. Medical sovereignty. You are relying. Tinubu want to get treatment now, he will go to France. Tinubu, you go die. One, the journey to France will kill you first. And then hey, the former president don't die there. You still want to die there. That's why I'm asking you now. Is it not better, sir, if we had been so lucky to say, okay, now let us produce our medicine? Now tell me, what is it that a Nigerian student cannot produce? If na poison will go die there, but make them produce them. Because then you see the funniest thing, in all this I've analyzed, you see students doing research in it, finding how to make things better, and they will make it better. That is how the white people get to where they are now. They didn't master it overnight. It grew from mistake, from research, things got better. Today, they are like experts in every area. It didn't start like that. Though. So I hope that God will help us as I speak to Boriwori. Because you know why? This is not all I have to share. But I think I should stop. Because when it even come to housing, which is another interesting part. I think I need to spend a little bit on this. Wait first. Wait. Explain to me, which medicine can Nigerian students not do? Paracetamol, is there anything there? What is in paracetamol? What is in... These are some of them are cassava and the pack put. A little bit of one little thing and then you're drinking it and you're licking, when they give you, you don't know what you're drinking. Do you even know what is in that thing you are drinking that is called ampliclos? That antibiotics you're drinking, what is there? A Nigerian people cannot do. That Nigerian university cannot do. If you give Iboma a chance, Iboma go even do it. Only go do fake one. Nigerian university will not do so. Hello? So let us think, my people. Let us be smart. Please let us be smart. And bring this university to become our production hub. What I have done here for the purpose of this argument was presented like this so that Oboriwori can know that he has diamond on his feet, and the diamond is not actually the oil. Okay? From what I've been talking about, oil is just one little aspect of it. I've not even talked how much we can make from agriculture. Okay? Only cassava export will make us richer. Will get us more money than oil. Only cassava. Then imagine how much fish, how much animal poultry can give to us. We can never get these things wrong. It is impossible to be poor. In fact, Nigeria, it is impossible for us to be poor. But we are poor because we don't have leadership. Now, I look at the scenario and I say to myself, I'm going to prove to Nigerians. Now let's talk about me. I'm going to prove to Nigerians that we can produce things, that we can feed ourselves, that we can send our Nigerian product to the rest of the world. I'm going to do that even before thinking of getting to Aso Rock. I've designed a package called the 5th tier. That's what I'm going to use. It is harmless, it is legal, but I'm going to work with Nigerians to grow Nigerians. That's what I do. That's my expertise, is to use Nigerian word to grow Nigeria. You know, every time I talk on my show, those people who know me very well, they know my hero is Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey will remain my hero. Marcus Garvey is the only man that have the model I want to think about. Marcus Garvey came to the United States and he said to them, listen, black people, you are suffering because you are disunited. And it's not just the disunity. What did they do? If he said, let's come together, let's fight American government, they for kill on the same day. He ignored the system. And that's what I'm going to do. When I come back to Nigeria with my 5th year, I'm going to ignore the Nigerian government. I'm going to ignore the Nigerian system. I'm still going to work within the system to register companies within the system that I'm going to use to grow what I want to grow. And this is what I will do, like what Marcus Garvey did. Marcus Garvey put black people together, asked them to invest in their own businesses and make profit for them. The mistake Marcus Garvey made, I'm not going to make that. Because they were the same people that sold him out. But let me tell you one thing. This is a time where black people miss nothing in America. We were like second-class citizens. If Marcus Garvey could grow an economy from nowhere. You see, it was Marcus Garvey that sent the first people that went to Liberia. It was his men that went to Liberia. And Marcus Garvey allowed to stay longer, Marcus Garvey would have built the whole of Africa. But you that have Africa today, what have you done with it? What was Marcus Garvey doing there? He was creating an economy. Imagine if Marcus Garvey could farm in Africa then. Marcus Garvey would have made the highest money, would have been the richest, the richest government. You know what is so surprising? The man bought 2 sheep. Like this is what Marcus Garvey did. As at that time, the white people have the white star line. The Irish have the gray star line. Marcus Garvey bought 2 sheep and he called it the black star line. This is a man that carried paper bag from Jamaica into the United States. In few years, he bought 2 sheep. Among other things he has achieved. You better ask yourself. Go and so when they tell you who is Marcus Garvey, don't look at Marcus Garvey from the man that is a rebel that is fighting. No, Marcus Garvey turned economy around. He was an economist. And that is the thing I learned from Marcus Garvey. So when I talk, Marcus Garvey was an economic engineer. That is who I am. Because he inspired me. And I'm telling you today that if this model I'm talking about, don't forget, Marcus Garvey didn't have universities. He didn't have a country of his own. Marcus Garvey didn't have a state. He was not having oil money coming from nowhere. Here you have all these things and you are squandering our future. No, we're going to stop you, sir. If I have my way, you will not be re-elected. So let us be clear. If I have my way, you will not be re-elected. I probably cannot stop it, but if after the Tinubu don't give way, but at that time, you don't give rat ass about you. At that time, we'll go handle you. All these people that are running with you now, some of them go wrong. Because in fact, they will come to villages trying to rig election. They go, now cutlass will they pursue them. Because they are just raping the future of our children. I, that Chris, I will run for the office of the president. So I'm not looking for the office of the governor. I'm never going to run for governor. Because my eyes are too open. Borori, I have been in the West. I've been in this Europe for years. And I can tell you categorically, I don't stay here. I live here. Meaning I see what is happening here. You send your children to come and study here, and you don't even know the kind of education they get. I work with the universities here, and I work with them as partners. Look at one of the things I propose for this your package, which will happen in universities. Something I'm proposing. I'm already doing the film in the universities here. Let me tell you something I did, because I'm doing law at the moment. And in this one, I said to them, I'm going to set up a law center. Yes, sir. I'm not asking Middlesex University to give me the place to set up the law center. The law center will attend to people, local businesses around the area. They will treat some criminal cases. What are we going to do? It is for the purpose of making money for the university. Because university here don't rely on state. In fact, do you know that university in the UK already made 60 billion annually? And all that money is coming only from school fees. That's why they are desperate to get students from Nigeria I'm from India. But if they now listen to what I say, they'll find out they don't even need your student, that the university can make money if they have the space and the understanding of what I'm talking about now. They will tell the government that, okay, now that there are no students, foreign students coming, we can use our own students to make university will become a production hub. And UK will do it better than you. They will do their own medicine. They will do their own. There's nothing they cannot do. They will have their own textile. They are used to this. And they're going to do it better than us. You guys happy to have me. You are lucky to have me. What is coming out of my mouth? If I present it to the UK government, they will respect me. You see what I said to them in that piece? When I was lamenting, if I'm here, anything I do, I'll be looked on the ground of merit. I'm still a black man. This is not my country. I can deal with that. But I'm not in Nigeria, where I'm still discriminated and you're eating from my oil. I am sad. But you see what I've been talking about today? Is it about oil? Is it about that? I'm talking economy. Economy that's going to save every single one of us. It has nothing to do with where you come from. No Muslim, no Christians, no Hausa, no Yoruba. This is survival. That's what I preach today. And I hope you grab it, Oboriwori. Because in this new dispensation, you will not be allowed to rape children. Because what you are doing, you are raping our kids of their future. We'll not go agree anymore. Because you seem not to get the joke. When I write to you, imagine how many things I sent to Oboriwori now. And I'm not saying that I did it. I sent it directly to his WhatsApp. So you can block me, sir. If I can send you all that and you pretend not to know, then I should be fighting you. Because either you think me to be nothing, or either way, sir, after Ozuribe said, at his level, he has learned not to be neglected. If he's not in power, it should be at the corridor of power. Because I'm too knowledgeable to be neglected, sir. And I'm telling you, I'm not boasting. That's why I'm not going to run for your office. I'm going to run for the office of the president. You get that, sir? Do you see me like somebody's going to run for governor? You make a big mistake. So I was never in competition with you. Neither do I want to be a commissioner. All those boys there, I want my state. I want to be my company, which I created in Asaba, to work with you guys. And anything they say, I will listen. That's my company, not Daddy Chris. I am not SRTV. And SRTV does not feed me. I feed SRTV. These are things we do, sir. And I want to say this. What I'm telling you now, let me tell you how it happened. When I started, I asked God, please give me money so that I have a station in Ghana, in Nigeria. You know, I have station in Asaba. I want to have a station in Abuja. I want a station in Lagos. And guess what? God gave me more. Today I have SRTV in Abuja. SRTV, though it's rented. But the SRTV in the rest places are my properties. And that's what God gave to me. So be asked now, deal with it. You know the funniest thing? I realized that that's waste of time. Now that I have the places, I'm now looking for people to work there. They are costing me a lot of things and they're giving me headache. And most of them are people who are not even trained. They said they graduate, they are not even graduates. You know what I'm doing now? Oboriwori, now listen to me. Learn from me. I am now partnering with universities to make movies. I'm now partnering with university to produce the broadcasting content I'm talking about. I'll share some with you. So, Oboriwori, what can you not do with the university? Tell me one thing that you cannot partner with Nigeria University to achieve. How could you have that pool of knowledge and you are struggling? It's like you are like somebody in the midst of ocean and you are using saliva to wash your face. That's what Benny Papa said. He said, how can you be in an ocean and you are using saliva to wash your face? It doesn't make sense. That's exactly what Oboriwori is doing. Oboriwori, you are blessed. You stand the point to make history. But maybe pride is one of your problems. Or those people advising you, they hate you. Uroboni, you want face where you go back. By the time the trouble will come, they will not be there. You see now, when Okowa had problem, that man now is still working with you. Okowa is the one, his ass is the one they are putting fire. If Tinubu turn around tomorrow, he can arrest Okowa. and Okowa belong to prison. You know that it's because people the camp, that's why Okowa is still walking around. Listen, whatever you people choose to do, are you guys not afraid that some idiot like me may become a president and you guys will start to run? Because you begin to run for your dear life. But guess what? I don't even believe in corruption. Those ones are too small for me to waste my time. I don't have energy to waste around people like you who are stealing some peanuts. I'm going to spend my energy to produce things and compete with the rest of the world. You think I have time to pursue criminals? And guess what? There will be no Boko Haram. Today, I said no Boko Haram, but I just have to say this. Someone like Atiku was saying that, oh, my people don't know anybody called Peter Obi. Yes, they don't. How would they know him? Because you've impoverished them. You've blinded them with religion. And you know you are a liar. If the religion is helping you, why are you educated? Why are you trying to run for president? You blind your people and you're coming out to shine in their name because they are the one to vote for you blindly. And I said in the new dispensation, if I'm allowed, not that I will be, not every vote will be equal to one vote. If you don't know why you are voting, your vote will not be counted. A country where everybody, someone that lives in the bush, that don't even know what is happening in the country will go and vote, and his vote is equal to mine, there's a problem. He doesn't know why he voted for you, Atiku. He doesn't. He only say, oh, he's a Muslim. He's my brother. He's Hausa. That's all. But you got to be lucky because he's going to get my message. And he's going to discover that you are the one you are the one causing him the problem, not the country itself. That Nigeria means well for him. You are the one that is actually blinded. They're going to wait for you. They're going to kick your ass. You know, Sanusi is already saying it. Sanusi is asking difficult questions. You know, he's not an idiot. And man, Sanusi will ask a question. Why is it that it's only when we ask this Shara state, why is it that there only 5 people get credit? We need to wake up. And we need to help you people in the north. Because, and as I said to you people, the education of the northerners is so important. Because once they can understand, they will not vote anymore. And they're telling me they will not vote. They are not stupid though. The northerners are not stupid. The average northern boy is not stupid. He's not going to blindly vote for you anymore. When he knows that you are the one who have been raping him, he's going to think straight. A time has come in Nigeria where voting should not be because I know you, because you are my tribe, because you are my religion. Vote for somebody who can save us. We don't have problem with God. God has already blessed us with everything. God has given you wife. You want God to come and impregnate a wife for you? The answer is no. So God has given you everything. Now you need to bring it out. And it is not God that is going to do it. We going to do that. And that is why we need to be getting up today and do the work. God is not going to do the work for us. That's why I'm talking. So we need somebody who's going to encourage us to come out and work. And what I'm talking about today, all I've talked about today is how we're going to work and grow our own economy and become the #1 nation on earth. It's not impossible. So don't deceive yourself. Don't even think like that because this is too possible. It's the easiest thing to do. And I'm proud that I'm a Nigerian when I think like this. You see, I started like a divisive person, but you can see that our true problem is not the Yoruba man. It's not the Hausa man. It's not the Yoruba man. Those are political things which elites use to make money. Our problem is we are poor. And we need to get out of poverty. Now, let me ask you, what is Tinubu saying that's going to lift you out of poverty? What is Atiku saying that's going to lift you out of poverty? That is why in a million years, I'll continue to support Peter Obi. I would run for president, but right now I'm supporting Peter Obi. Because he's the only one that has the mentality. I'm not voting for Peter Obi because he's decent. I'm not voting for Peter Obi because he's not going to spend the money. No, that's not my problem. There's corruption anyway. I don't mind. Corruption is too small. Let us be productive. Let us produce the nation, scatter. But spend the money within the country. How much can you spend? Tinubu now, how much can he spend? How many women can he sleep with? Oga, you go die on top of them. So I don't care how much you make. Spend the money. The only time I will deal with you is when you carry the money outside the country. Spend the money there. Let's see how much you can spend. Build houses, you will soon die. The house will belong to us. So who give a damn what you do with your corruption. Look at all the people that have stolen money. Other than the money they carried abroad, they will soon die. And the house will belong to who? To their children. The children will even start selling the houses. Have you not seen that? They sell the houses, so they will sell them. I go and tell them, let me tell you about Okotebo. Who sold all his property? The children. To who? To the man when they carry cloth for now. I didn't say so. Do not say I said so. In Jesus' name. See, Nigerians, we need to wake up. The time of reckoning is now. We are lucky to be in this great moment. And I am telling you that this is not about the decrease. This is about what we can do now for us to get out of poverty. Tinubu can't get you out of poverty. It's not his fault. He's an old-fashioned politician. We need to leave him there. Don't vote Tinubu, to be honest. Because it's not because I don't agree with him. He doesn't get it. And all those revolutionaries we are talking about, when you say, revolution now, I like Sowore. What we need is economic revolution. Revolution. Economic revolution. Because our problem is economy. Sowore, we can't feed. We want you to talk like that. You are young. Forget about war, fight. No, we need to save the Nigerian economy. We can't be the #1 nation on earth. And we're not going to do that with war. We're not going to do that with revolution. We're going to do that with economic revolution. We're going to, you see, they did it in the past. Egypt did it. Japan did it. India did it. China did it. They became independent nation. Economically. That is what I want you to preach. And that is the future of Nigeria. And that is the kind of leadership Nigeria needs. Not the other one. Not Tinubu style. And definitely not Oboriwori style. Oboriwori is no, he doesn't get it. Let me tell you this. Now you guys are going to be angry with me. But you see why I'm frustrated. Now let me show you one image. Wait. This is very important. You know what is this? This is what my local government chairman published. These are his projects. I don't know what it is, but I look at the area. I was so upset that the money coming to my area, my local government, this is what the bagger could show us that he has done. We need to beat them. This is no joke. Some of these guys deserve serious beating. Can you imagine what the local government is doing? A chairman was doing. If this is doing this, what are the councillors doing? Maybe not pipe on water. Nobody will see they go public. A whole governor, if they go where they go commission water. The cost of commissioning this thing is more than the cost of making it. We can't carry all the people when they do work, say we are going to commission something. The money you will spend on that trip alone, the amount of fuel, the people that will follow you, is more than the money spent on the project. We can't pad them up. In fact, if we miss the chance to have Peter Obi as president, then Nigeria were the cause of our problem. Because nobody in his rightful mind will see Tinubu and say see Peter Obi and Tinubu and say Peter and say Tinubu. Atiko is an old-fashioned politician, exactly. And I like what he said, though. I like them in their own ways. Atiko said something, and I'm using it now. Atiko, what you said is correct, too. That anybody is not ready to do business should not run for the office of the president, should not run for the office of the governor. I beg, put it in their ear. Because all I've been preaching today is that the state must engineer the production of all these things I'm talking about. Because we have the money. Okay, now they say, oh, private people should lead the business. When you want private men to do it, that government cannot do business. But how much do I have? I have the idea. How much do I have? What kind of farm am I going to farm? It's going to be that local farm. I got to Delta State once, and I see my boss then. He was doing, he was trying to get money from Bank of Industry. He's exposed, that's why he could even think that far. How many of you know what is Bank of Industry? How many of you have gotten money from Bank of Industry? Bank of Industry, are you there to serve the people, or you are to serve some elite? You see, we have a problem. So this is exactly what I'm saying. There is no access to finance for the few ones that even have ideas. So a young man finish school, he want to make movies. He can't go there. He cannot make his movies. His dream is going to die there. But if there's a state film fund and we see his idea that is a good one, then we will make the film and make money. The young man will make some money. The investor will make some money. We, the state, will make some money and we will be employed. Delta State will be competing with America. Is that not the right thing to do? Maybe it's not. Then you guys need to educate me. We're gonna do things differently. Obasa just said it. Obasa just said they need to do things differently, sir. And I want to agree with him. So let me come back to where I started. I want to do this for Nigeria. What I talked about today is not something that will happen in one state. It's something that is going to happen across the 37 states. Every state university will have a farm. The state, in what I'm saying is that the state will have a farm, but it should be run by the university for the state. And in that case, the student will get paid, university will get paid, the state will make money. Okay, how can you lose? You're not the one actually doing the job. You're not using your university, your talent to make money for you. I don't think anything can be more. I don't see any rocket science in it. That's the way to go, sir. But if you don't do this, me, you know me. You get an idiot on your side. But I'm 60 years old. If I die today, I'll not be small picky because you go soon die too. Your own now, a few years, all of us go soon go. Though I don't believe that God designed us to die. It's unfortunate I have to say that. But you go soon die, me I go die. Highest now 10, 20 years difference, you go die. So if you misbehave now your grave, now they go come, they cost that man, what do you do? This and that. If you kill me, my blood will be upon you. You don't need that, sir. You need to build a future. We need to build a future for our beautiful kids. So they're going to look to us and say, we have tried. The way the children of Japan are now enjoying the fruit of what their father did. The way I sit in England today and I enjoy what people did. The way children in China now enjoy what their father did. Look at India today. They are not supplying us medicine. It didn't happen overnight. They work hard for it. Nigeria, it is time for us to start our own. We need to build our own country. And like I said, it will be done by us. I use this word, this image, to end it. And I'm going to say this. Nigerians will build Nigeria for Nigeria. It is going to be the only way. Nigerians building Nigeria. It is possible. It has done, not elsewhere. So, but anytime they get your budget when you depart, I don't care. But anytime you want to spend the money, make sure say that Nigerians, now then they do the bridge, and then they do the road. If you think there's some gap in skill, tell them to hire that person abroad to come and work for the company or work with the university as a lecturer while they are doing farm. Every university lecturer is not meant to teach, it's meant to go and work. So being a university lecturer should be changed from sitting down in classroom and disturbing our poor girls and collecting handout money into going to the field and making some real product. And guess what, sir? Mr. Lecturer, you're going to be more proud of yourself because you're going to make money. Your salary is going to skyrocket and you will be living a decent life. You don't need, if you want girl, you can pay. You don't need this. So in fact, if you have money, girls will run with you. You don't need to go and do this rubbish. And guess what? Our daughters will not do runs anymore because as they are in school, they will be paid. Now tell me who's going to kidnap you. Tell me how they're going to end up being runs girls. The young men that finish school and they're already employed, how are they going to kidnap us? These are the society we are saving today. And if we do this, we are free. If we don't, we are in a mess. If you don't know, now you know. My name is Daddy Chris, and the show is State of the Nation. I have to repeat this broadcast because the initial one I did, there was no sound. So I have to do it again. I'm not sure. I think I did better in the first one in the morning, but that is what it is. I am just me. But I can come out here and I can talk about things because I know what I'm talking about. I'm sure of what I'm talking about. And I'm telling you today that Nigeria can be the wealthiest nation on earth. Everything is there for us to work. I am going to run for the office of the president. Before I even get to run, I will be showing you Nigerians that we can be rich because God has deposited it in us. I am already starting it because I'm going to work with the university already to start making products before I ever become president. So when I become president, it's going to be a national disaster. Like my Uncle Frank would say, we're going to make Nigeria a construction site. Delta State will become a construction site. That's what God has deposited in us. And that's what he said we should do. Thank you very much for spending your time with me. It's been too annoying afternoon. I've been talking for over 4 hours today. That's not very healthy. I'm an old man. Guys, let me rest so that we'll have more time to do this again tomorrow. Don't forget, Nigeria is on a mission to where? To becoming the greatest nation on earth. That's why I am running for office. I am not going to run because I want to be. What do I think? I hate the concept of running. I've always said I will never be Nigerian president because it's just too trouble. It's trouble. But like what happened to me, I will not be broadcasting today if the people are hired to do the broadcasting did the job. I said to myself, I will never act in my life. But don't be surprised if I get in front of the camera tomorrow. Thank God I'm old now. But at least now I know I can run for the office of the president. If you don't know, my name is Daddy Chris. Until I see you tomorrow, stay out of trouble. And may God bless you all. And may God bless the beautiful country called Nigeria. And He bless our universities. And may you be inspired to know the truth. And the truth shall set us free. We don't have a problem. The problem is not the Hausa man. The problem is not the Yoruba man. The problem is not the Muslim. It's not the Christian. The problem is we are poor. We're going to get out of poverty. That's why God sent me. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. SRTV Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to SRTV Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious SRTV Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comfort. Luxury redefined, vacation perfected. 24/7 security. Enjoy peace of mind with round-the-clock security and CCTV surveillance. Top-notch amenities, high-speed Wi-Fi, smart TV, air conditioning, fully equipped kitchen, and lots more. Perfect for business travelers, family vacations, romantic getaways, special events, and more. Book your stay today and experience Lagos like never before. Call +234 8143 582856 or +447 4388 93190 or email us at realestate@superiorradiotelevision.com. SRTV Shortlet Apartment, where comfort meets luxury.